Hey guys, so today we're going to work on classifying triangles and triangle theorems. I already recorded this and then it deleted, so I left some of the writing on just because I was frustrated. Okay, anyways, I love COVID teaching. So, classifying triangles. So the first thing, you can classify them by their sides, okay? So an equilateral triangle has all three sides all the exact same length, okay? Because these each have one dash, that means that these are all the same length and that they are equal, so it's an equilateral triangle, okay? Isosceles triangle means that two sides are equal, or congruent is a fancy word, okay? So we have a dash here and a dash here, which means that these two are the exact same length. This one, because it has two dashes, means that it is different from the others. So when you have two sides that match, it's called an isosceles. A scalene triangle is when you have all three sides different lengths. Okay, so no sides are congruent, which means no sides are the same length. The other way to classify triangles is by their angles, okay? So if we look at this one right here, this is 60 degrees, this is 60, this is 60. All angles are acute, which means that they are less than 90 degrees. So each one of these are less than 90 degrees, so it's acute. And I just like to think of it because it's cute, so it's small, less than 90. But that's just me. Obtuse means that you have one angle that's greater than 90. So if we look here, this one's 124. So because this is greater than 90 degrees, this triangle is considered an obtuse triangle. And then last, this is kind of the easiest one. When you see the little square in the corner, it means that it's a right angle triangle. And it means that a right triangle has one angle that is 90 degrees. So looking at some examples here. This is a 1 dash, this is a 2 dash, this is a 3 dash. So this is a scalene triangle, and it is obtuse because this angle is larger than 90 degrees. It's not a little square, okay? Next one, number 2. We have a dash here and a dash here, which means that these two are the same length, so it's an isosceles triangle. But also this tells you that it's not a right angle because it's curved and it's larger than 90 degrees, so it's an obtuse triangle. The third one, we have 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dashes, so all the sides are different lengths, so it's a scalene triangle. And because we have the right angle in the corner, it's considered a right triangle. Number 4, we have a dash and a dash, so that means these two are the same length. So we have an isosceles triangle, and because we have the square in the corner, it is a right triangle. Number 5, we have a line and a line, which means that these two are the exact same length. So this is an isosceles triangle. And because there are no squares in the corner, or no circles, or rounded, it means that it's not 90 degrees. Okay, there's no square. We don't have a round, so it means that it's not larger than 90 degrees. So because nothing is there, that means that all of these angles are smaller than 90, which makes them acute. Number 6. 1 line, 2 line, 3 line, all of these lengths are different, so we have a scalene triangle. And nothing is in the corners, so that means they're less than 90, so we have an acute triangle. This one, 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, these are all the exact same length, so we have an equilateral triangle, and all of the angles are less than 90, so it is an acute triangle. Last one here, we have this has 1 dash, this has 2 dashes, this one has 3 dashes, so all 3 sides are different lengths, so it's a scalene, and all 3 angles are less than 90 degrees, which makes it acute. Remember, pause as many times as you need. Okay, so for this, we are talking about the angle theorems of triangles. So the triangle sum theorem is the interior angles of a triangle have a sum of 180 degrees. So what that means is that angle A plus angle B plus angle C equal 180 degrees. So we write it like this: angle A plus angle B plus angle C equals 180 degrees. Number 5, we have the exterior angle theorem, and this is the first one of it, okay? So it says the exterior angles of a triangle is equal to the sum of the opposite two interior angles. So what that means is that angle 3 here is made up of angle 2 plus angle 1. So when you add these both up, it will total angle 3. So it is written like this: angle 3 equals angle 1 plus angle 2. Number 6, we have the exterior angle theorem, number 2. So the exterior angles of a triangle have a sum of 360 degrees. So angle X plus angle Z plus angle Y all add up to 360 degrees. And when you think of it, it makes sense because from here to here, to here to here, and here and back up is a full circle, which is 360 degrees. So that is written like this: angle X plus angle Y plus angle Z equals 360 degrees. So let's do some examples. This first one, because there is nothing on Q, we are looking for angle Q. Now, because we know the inside of a triangle equals 180 degrees, we can solve for it by saying angle Q, equals 180 degrees, subtract angle R, which is 36, subtract angle P, which is 51, and when you put those in your calculator, angle Q gives you 93 degrees. For number 2, this one's a little bit trickier, okay? But we still know that the inside of a triangle has to equal 180 degrees. So we're going to start with the ones that we know, okay? This one's a little bit different, so let's see what we got. So first step, let's figure out how much this angle is. Okay, so you start with 180 and you subtract the givens. We're going to subtract 36 and 46. So minus 36 minus 46. And that tells us that we have 98 degrees left for this angle. So step 2 is we are going to take what we are told is that angle, so 2 minus 3x. So 2 minus 3x, and we set it equal to 98 degrees because that is how much we have left in this triangle. Okay, so now we know we want to collect like terms, okay? So this 98, we can move to the other side, making it negative 98. And we'll take this negative 3x, moving it over to make it a positive 3x. So we're just collecting like terms. So we're going to have 2 minus 98 equals positive 3x. 2 minus 98 equals negative 96 equals 3x. And then we need to solve for x. So we divide by 3. If you do it on one side, you do it to the other. So 3 divided by 3 is 1x. Negative 96 divided by 3 gives us negative 32. Okay, so it looks weird because x is negative 32, but we know this whole angle is 98, but we needed to figure out what x was. So in order for this to equal 98, x had to equal negative 32. Okay, number 3. So we have a couple unknowns that we have to solve here, okay? Well, not a couple, sorry. We have the triangle P, Q, and R, and we have to solve for angle X. We just have one unknown, okay? So what we can do here is with the one formula from back, let me just go, okay? The exterior angle equals the two interior opposite angles added up, okay? So let's use that. So we're gonna add these two together. So angle X equals 49 plus 80. And when you add those two numbers up, you get 129 degrees. Okay, and now we're gonna do a tricky one, just like that last one, number 2 that we did. So here we also know that adding these two up will tell us what this equals. Okay, so let's do that first. 81 plus 31 equals 112 degrees. So we know that this angle is 112 degrees, but we need to solve for what X is. Okay, so now we're going to take this number and put it equal to 112. So 12 plus 10x equals 112. So we're going to collect like terms. So I'm going to, actually I'll keep my 10x positive. Okay, so I'm going to move this 12 to the other side, making it a negative 12. So I'm going to have 10x equals 112 minus 12. So that means that 10x equals 100. Okay, and then we need to solve for x. So you divide by 10, and x equals 10. All right, last question. Number 5. So, first thing we have to do is we know that this plus this equals the exterior. So we're going to fill that in. So I'm going to write 76 minus x plus the second interior one, 17 plus 4x equals our exterior of 25 plus 7x. Okay, so now I'm going to rewrite these without the brackets, okay, because we are just adding. It's not changing anything inside the bracket, so it's just 76 minus x plus 17 plus 4 equals 25 plus 7x. So now we're going to collect our like terms. I'm going to put a little, highlight my x's. Okay, we're going to gather those together, and then we will gather our constants together. Okay, so I'm going to keep my x's on this side, so I'm going to have an negative x plus 4x, and I'm going to bring this 7 over, and it's going to turn to a negative 7x. Equals, and then I'm going to have my 25 still on this side, and I'm going to bring all my other numbers over, so negative 76, and then negative 17. Okay, so when we add all of these up, negative 1 plus 4 gives me positive 3. 3 minus 7 gives me negative 4x. Okay, and on the right side, 25 minus 76 minus 17 gives me negative 68. Okay, so now because I have a negative 4 in front, I need to divide by negative 4. You do it on one side, you do it to the other side. Negative 4 divided by negative 4 gives me positive 1. Negative 68 divided by negative 4 gives me 17. Okay, so step 1, we know that x is 17. So now I can figure out all these angles. Let's start with angle P. Angle P equals 76 minus x, which means 76 minus 17 gives me 59 degrees. Angle Q equals 17 plus 4x, but instead of x, I'm multiplying it by 17. Okay. That gives me 85. And last but not least, angle R equals 25 plus 7x, which means 25 plus 7 times 17, running out of time, and that gives me 144 degrees.